The Minecraft Piglin Bartering Guide. I thought it was time to do a new video on Piglin Bartering as the Piglin keeps getting new items added with each update. In this video, I'll quickly explain the basics, then go through Piglin Bartering and what items you can get. Where to find the Piglin. The Piglin can be found in 3 different locations. They can be found in the nether waste in groups of 2 to 4. The Piglins have a low spawning rate of less than 10% as there are a bunch of other mobs that can also spawn in the nether waste. Nether waste will be mostly composed of netherrack. Next is the Crimson Forest. This is a biome that will be composed of crimson nylium and crimson huge fungus. The piglins will spawn in groups of 3 to 4. They have a high spawning rate, and this is probably the best spot if you want them to spawn in. In Java Edition it is a 60% chance and Bedrock is 83%. The Crimson Forest is a treacherous biome as the hoglins can also spawn in, which is a hostile mob that has a health of 40. However, the hoglins are wider than a block, so it is easy to get away from them. In both the nether waste and the Crimson Forest, the light level has to be 11 in Java and 7 in Bedrock or below for them to spawn in. The last location is the Bastion Remnant. There are 4 types of bastions: the housing unit, the bridge, the treasure room, and the hoglin stable. The piglins will only spawn in when the bastion is generated, so once they are killed, no more piglins will spawn. Also, the piglin brute will be hostile towards you no matter what. The piglin brute will have a health of 50. If you want to know more about finding a bastion remnant, I'll have a card on the top right. How does Piglin Bartering work? With the piglins, they will be hostile initially towards the player. However, if you are wearing a piece of gold armor, they will become passive. But if you break a gold block or open a container, they will again become hostile towards the player. How the Piglin Bartering works is that when you give a piglin a gold ingot, they will examine it and give you an item in exchange. You can do this either by right-clicking with a gold ingot or dropping the gold ingot for the piglin to pick up. This also means that you can use a dispenser or dropper to give the piglin gold ingots. What can you get from Piglin Bartering? There are a total of 19 items that can be bartered from the piglin. This includes enchantments that you can only get from the piglin. The most common items are at 8.53% are the obsidian, fire charge, 1 to 3 crying obsidian, 2 to 4 leather, 2 to 8 soul sand, nether bricks, 8 to 12 spectral arrows in Java or arrows in Bedrock, 8 to 16 gravel, and blackstone. Most of these can only be acquired from chest loot, mining blocks, or killing mobs. Piglin Bartering, for example, can be useful if you want a lot of blocks like blackstone, gravel, or nether bricks. Next is 4.26% chance of 3 to 9 string or 5 to 12 nether quartz. The nether quartz one is useful as the only other way to get it is by mining or chest loot, but this allows you to get quite a bit, and quartz is needed for redstone components. Next, at 2.13% chance is 2 to 4 ender pearls, 10 to 36 iron nuggets, a water bottle, and a dried gas block. Probably the most interesting at this level is the dried gas block as it is new. This isn't hard to get as you can find it in the soul sand valley. The dried gas, when submerged in water, becomes a gasling and a happy ghast eventually. The happy ghast is a new mob that can be ridden. If you want to know more, I'll have a card on the top right. Next, at 1.71% is the potion of fire resistance, the splash potion of fire resistance, and iron boots with a random level of soul speed. And last, at 1.07% chance is the enchanted book with a random level of soul speed. Soul speed has a maximum level of 3. You have a 1/3 of a 1% chance of getting the soul speed 3 enchanted book, although you could combine books to get a higher level. The soul speed is an enchantment that you can only get through Piglin Bartering or in the Bastion Remnant generic chest. It will increase the speed you can walk on soul soil and soul sand. On soul speed 3, this will increase your movement by 61.5% when walking on soul soil. With a Piglin Bartering farm, you are going to need to have a lot of gold or a good gold farm.